We're still waiting for that conclusive outcome. Where does the race stand right now?
Well, it is still too close to call, but Joe Biden right now has victory within his grasp. Michigan and Wisconsin, two key swing states that Trump actually won in 2016, were declared victories for Biden earlier on Wednesday by multiple networks, and that puts his electoral vote count at 264. President Trump right now only has 214. And of course, 270 electoral college votes are needed to win the presidency. So at the moment, Biden only needs to get one more state in his column in order to win the electoral college. Right now, it is looking most likely that could be Nevada, where he is leading, but officials there have said we won't have any results until Thursday. So we are still waiting, and vote counting, of course, is still continuing in Nevada, as well as all of the other states that Biden could potentially clinch to win this, including Georgia and Pennsylvania at this point.
Donald Trump has legal challenges, Kailey, in a number of key states. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, the latest one was in Georgia, and we actually have a correction here. The AP reporting that the Trump campaign has ordered officials there to follow the law on storing and counting absentee ballots. It was earlier reporting that they were suing to pause the count. Now, Georgia is an interesting race because at the moment, Joe Biden is within about 40,000 votes of overtaking Trump there, and there's more than 100,000 votes that are yet to be counted, the majority of which come from Democratic-leaning areas. So we're watching that lawsuit in Georgia very closely, but the president's campaign has also filed lawsuits for Pennsylvania and Michigan to stop the counts in those states, and has said he will ask for a recount in Wisconsin, which again has been called for Joe Biden, but the margin of victory was less than 1%. So it's a potential that we'll see a recount in that state. A lot of legal action going on at the moment.
Kailey, what about the down ballot races? Some are saying a blue wave is impossible. Is it?
Impossible, maybe not, but it is looking increasingly unlikely. The Democrats, of course, were hoping to gain a majority in the Senate, and right now that is looking farther and farther away from actually happening. We've seen a number of Republican incumbents that were seen as in danger actually holding on to their seat. Susan Collins of Maine is one of them, and of course the Democrats need to a net gain of 3 seats in order to take the majority, and right now there's only 5 Senate seats left to call, so it is looking like a long shot. And we also have to pay attention to the House, because it was initially seen pre-election as the Democrats would expand their majority by about 15 seats, but 7 incumbent Democrats have lost their re-election races. So the Democrats now have a narrower majority in the House, and the market now has to contend with a very real possibility that if we do get a Biden victory, there may be a divided government, and the House may have less room to negotiate going forward.